BBC News. Hello, I'm Tom Watts. El Salvador's army is surrounding another district of the capital in the latest operation against drug traffickers. President Nayib Bukele said 1,000 soldiers along with more than 100 police were involved. Yusuf Taha has the details.
Mr. Bukele posted a video on social media of troops with automatic weapons apparently being deployed as part of the operation in the impoverished suburb of Tutinichapa. He said that their objective was to extract criminals from the area, which the president described as being notorious for drug dealing. The government later said that the troops had arrested 23 suspects and seized weapons, thousands of dollars in cash and copious amounts of drugs. Rights groups say many of the tens of thousands of arrests which have been made since a state of emergency was declared in March have been unjustified.
Engineers are scrambling to restore power supplies to hundreds of thousands of people amid a winter storm that's affected large parts of the United States and Canada. Electricity was reconnected to hundreds of thousands of homes throughout Saturday, although the severe weather forced the cancellation of thousands of flights and kept some of the busiest roads closed. A journalist in the U.S. state of South Dakota, Darsha Dodge, described the conditions in the Pine Ridge Indian Reservation.
There's still incredible drifts of snow. I mean, we're talking feet and feet of snow, big sand dunes almost of snow. There's still some roads that are kind of impassable. There's lots of people without firewood still. Some of these driveways that have been plowed out, very rudimentary plows. It's very narrow, a lot of them. There's snow feet and feet on either side, almost like a tunnel.
A judge in Arizona has dismissed a lawsuit brought by the Republican governor candidate Kari Lake, a staunch Trump supporter. In November, she lost by a small margin the election to become the state's governor. She claimed that problems with ballot printers were intentional and aimed at her defeat. The Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has recorded a defiant video message on the eve of the Christmas celebrated by Western Christianity. The leader of the majority Orthodox Christian nation said many Ukrainians would celebrate in the dark and the cold, as Russian airstrikes had left millions without electricity and heating. But he said Russian missiles would not harm what he called the steel spirit of Ukrainians.
No kamikaze drones can extinguish the Christmas storm. We'll see its glow even underground in a bomb shelter. We'll fill our hearts with warmth and light. No missiles can hurt them. Our fight will continue unabated, and we will never feel the lack of courage and invincibility.
On Saturday, Russian shelling killed at least 10 civilians in the city of Kherson. One attack struck the central market as people were shopping. World News from the BBC. The United Nations in Afghanistan has condemned an order by the Taliban rulers to ban women from working for local and international aid agencies. The Islamist group has warned NGOs their licenses would be cancelled if they delayed implementation of the directive. And Barisan Etirajan says the decree will have a far-reaching impact on the ground there.
There are dozens of NGOs, health NGOs and food aid NGOs working on the ground, and not allowing women to work means people cannot access these services. For example, one woman worker was saying women can easily relate with us about asking for medicines. For example, if they want to give a polio vaccination, they can go into any of the houses in the rural areas. But now they cannot express these things freely to any men health worker or even food aid.
Twitter is reported to have restored a feature that promoted suicide prevention hotlines to users that look up certain content. The social media site had come under pressure from safety groups. Soon after it emerged, the feature, known as #ThereIsHelp, had been removed in recent days. In Bethlehem, in the Israeli-occupied West Bank, the Palestinian president, Mahmoud Abbas, was among those in the congregation attending the midnight mass in the Church of the Nativity. The site is traditionally considered to be the birthplace of Jesus. Christian leaders joined tens of thousands of visitors from around the world who gathered for celebrations in the town. Bethlehem relies on tourism. Businesses in the Palestinian town were hit hard by COVID lockdowns over the previous 2 years. BBC News.